I want to welcome everybody to Soundoff. This is your boy K Paper Chase. I'm in the building today, and today we're going to do the part two on my series about money. All right, so before I get started, I think this is going to be beneficial because it's going to be a series, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about money, how to get money. I'm going to give you stories about some of my experiences, and hopefully we can build on it and just figure out a way to kind of keep the money flowing because we want to keep the money flowing. Never want to stop that flow, right? All right. So first, I want to just start off because I had a decision to make when I first started doing this channel because I have another channel and my other channel is Soundoff. So that's actually the name of my company is Soundoff. But I use K Paper Chase. Now this K Paper Chase, I've had it since I was a teenager. And to me, it was always like a noun and a verb because I always felt like I was trying to do something. I was trying to get some money when I was little. I'll have lemonade sales and stuff like that. So that's my name. So at first I was like, maybe I'm not going to use that name. I'm going to use Sound Off. So I made another YouTube page and I used Sound Off on that YouTube page to name the company. And I released some stuff on that. But K Paper Chase is the name that that's popular. So I said, you know what? I'm going to keep being K Paper Chase. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to use it. And it kind of falls in line with the real me. So I said, I'm just going to keep it real. So yeah, I'm K Paper Chase. So it may make some people feel alienated. I'm not sure. But if you feel alienated now, you're really going to feel that way because I'm K Paper Chasing because I'm not where I want to be financially. Once I get there, I'll be K Rich. So yeah, watch out for that. So these are some of the different names that we call money, the dinero, the cheese. There's so many slang names. And we have a lot of names because money is so important to us. So why is money important? Because we have to use for damn near everything, right? So it is important. And right now I'm in a I'm in a process of trying to figure out if I'm going to get a little part-time job or not, just to bring in some extra money. So I wanted to go over some stuff that I found out when I was job hunting. I haven't been in a job hunt for a while. Now, on my last video, The Grind, check out that series because I talked specifically about the job, what I've been going through with the jobs and some different jobs, stuff like that. So definitely check that video out. But I have noticed that the job market has changed. A lot of people are jumping from job to job. It does seem like it's more of a worker's environment because these jobs are offering higher pay and they're really trying to get people in there. So I do think that is good. But sometimes when you're looking for something, I would just say take your time. Like for instance, if you know you got enough money to pay your rent up to the end of the year, start looking for that job before it happens so that you make sure you have that cushion. So if you need to stay out of work, you can. Because what I found out is a lot of times if you have plans, it usually takes about 3 months to get a good job. So give yourself about 3 months. So what I found out, yeah, back to the job scam. So a lot of times when you're looking for jobs, these people will contact you. And it's different now because I get text messages, they send you emails. It's kind of crazy. And you also get a lot of job offers from people who are offering you like $100,000 a year. And it might say marketing manager. You know, that's a red flag. Whenever you see something that says marketing manager, anything that says sales and marketing, you kind of got to kind of watch out. I was bored one day. I knew this was some bullshit, but I went ahead and I accepted the Zoom meeting. I was like, yeah, this job is $30 an hour, you know. So I accepted the Zoom meeting and it was just selling knives. They'll give you $30 for each presentation that you give selling knives and you can give it online. It wasn't a job for me, but I just still went through it just to kind of get that energy going a little bit. So you will see those things. I've also failed for a couple of other scams. Now, this was a while back, but you'll get these jobs too that'll say, they'll email you, they'll say, hey, send me your address. We have a good opportunity for you. And what they do is they'll send you a check. And in that check, they'll say, hey, all you got to do is deposit this to this bank account. Once you deposit it, send us $10,000 and you can keep like $1,000. So it got to the point where I got like 3 or 4 of those checks. This was a couple of years ago. So I haven't got one lately because I'm more up, you know what I'm saying? I know not to answer those ads now. but they will send you the check in the mail and they will tell you that you had 7 days to cash it. So if you do get this, never deposit a check into your account, because a lot of those checks, what they do is they might even make it so it might go through for a couple of days. So to go through, you put it in your bank account, you get the money. Once you paid them the money, that check is going to come back and it's going to be returned. So always watch out for that. Also, a lot of times I see these job places, you'll apply for a job and it'll take you to the website to apply, but then you have to pass like a third party vendor. So it'll say, please put your phone number, put your email to continue to the site. Don't do that, because what happens is whatever job engine that is or whatever it is, they're going to start spamming you on your email. So if you look, a lot of times there's a skip button or you can bypass it, and that'll help. But a lot of these jobs, they do make you put your email address in. So if you're applying for a job, make sure you're at that job's website and that you're not giving your information, you know what I'm saying, to a third party vendor. Yeah, so if a job seems too good to be true, it usually is. But there are a lot of opportunities. I mean, you can get a job pretty easy, $25, $30 an hour. They'll send you the laptop. You can take calls, customer service calls at home. I mean, I've done it before. So there's different things out there. Just be careful. And just use your due diligence. But don't try to rush into anything. So that's why it's important for us to kind of get ahead of the game. If you know you're not going to have your rent at the end of the year, you know, you get 3 months off, go ahead and start doing what you got to do now. So when that time comes and when your money runs out, you'll have something else to fall back on. Okay. What I also found out is that a lot of Africans do scams. So if you get somebody that say they calling you from Lagos, you know, Nigeria, don't mess with them. And then the Indians, sometimes they're scams. You know, the person I talked to about the job that I was talking about in the grind, that was an Indian. I don't think it was necessarily a scam, but I am noticing a lot of the Indian companies are hiring people for these overseas jobs. Now, I mean, it is possible to get an overseas job, make $50 or $60 an hour. You do everything on the computer without even seeing the people. I've done it. So they are out there, but you just got to look. And then make sure nobody's contacting you out of the blue. And if they do contact you out of the blue, ask them where they got your information from. Now, if you're on LinkedIn and a recruiter contacts you from LinkedIn, then that's okay. But you got to realize that sometimes these people even do shady stuff from LinkedIn. So you just got to be careful, do your due diligence on the job, and just take your time. All right, so what's next? All right, so you got your good job, right? You start to make your money. You say, okay, I made money, I'm paying my bills, I'm able to get to the next paycheck. This is the goal, right? For most of us, I want to get to the next paycheck without running out of money. So that's when you know you kind of getting somewhere, when you still have money left over from the last paycheck and you get paid again. So you can save on top of that. So that's definitely a good thing once you reach that point. That's definitely a good thing because you got some money left over. You can breathe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the funds, it's like, dang, what do I do with it? And it's so crazy now because it's like saving money is almost like spending the money. It really is, because you put that money in the bank, the inflation is so rampant now, man. It's just crazy. So you put that $100 in the bank, by the time, because most of the time when we save our money, we want to save it for long periods of time, right? You put that $1,000 in the bank, you go get it next year, that $1,000 will probably be worth $500 or $600. So that's how fast the inflation is happening. So get assets, man. If you got an extra $1,000, go buy you some silver coins. You know what I'm saying? Go buy you some gold. Buy something that's going to hold its value. Because what happens is when a recession happens, that $1,000 that you got in the bank is going to probably turn into $200 or $300. If you don't bought $1,000 worth of silver coins, guess what? Those silver coins have increased, or at least at the very least kept their value. So always do the coins. I like the coins because the coins are American coins. So there's an intrinsic value, and it's the value of the silver if they melt it down. So yeah, go get you some coins or something if you got some extra money to spend. Because if you put it in the bank, it's not going to be there, especially large amounts of money, man. By the time, even if you got $20,000 or $30,000 in the bank, by the time you pay your bills for a year and inflation and everything, It's really not a lot of money. So you always got to think ahead. So, it's not always a good thing to put your money in the bank. Or if you do spend your money, just try to spend it on something that's going to benefit you. Everything isn't going to necessarily make you money, but you want to make sure that you're not losing money. And if you're just sitting your money in the bank account, it's going to lose value. All right, let's see. Okay, red flag. So we talked about those. You're looking for a job, you see anybody that's going to send you a check, they want you to put that check in your mail, in your bank account. Don't do it. Get somebody from Africa, they from Nigeria, they want you to send over your driver's license. Don't do it. If you get somebody from India and they want to have 3 interviews, and on the 3rd interview, they want you to send some money or join a certain group or pay anything, don't do it, because those are red flags. So don't do any of those things. Take your time, be diligent in your job search, and make sure you start ahead of time to give yourself at least 3 months to find the job that you want. And also have intention with the job. So what are you going to do with the job? Do you want to work there forever? Or are you just trying to work there for a couple of months? What do you want to do? What are you looking for? And what are your plans? And make sure you have that worked out too. And that'll be a lot easier in finding a good fit if you do find something that you like. Now I want to talk about, I don't know, I just want to talk about some habits, because I noticed that rich people or wealthy people or people with money have different habits than poor people. So I wanted to talk about some of these things. All right, so we know about credit. Credit is a good thing. It took me a while before I started taking my credit seriously. It's probably like in my late 20s, and I started taking it seriously. Credit is really a good thing. So go to Credit Karma, check your credit out, see what's on your credit. Now they're not, they have to take anything medical off your credit. So if you have any kind of collections from a medical bill, they can't impact that on your credit. So check your credit. Your credit score might have went up. But credit is important because what I figured out is that rich people, they don't use their own money. Even if they got $1 million in the bank, they'll still use their credit to buy something on the credit so that they don't have to use their money, especially if it's an investment or something like that. I've seen that a lot. I have seen somebody use credit to buy a car. Say you got a credit card and that APR is 2%. The APR on a car, if you get your regular finances, is 10%. These people will go, they got American Express or a black card or something with a no limit or maybe $100,000 limit. They will swipe that and get their car. Now they got the car. Is the car going to be repoed? No, they pay for the car in full. Now they owe the credit card company that tax onto their bill, and they pay it every month or however they got it set up with the credit card. So that's something to think about too. People can actually buy houses with a credit card. Say you got a credit card that's got a $250,000 limit on it. What you would do is you would just get a cash advance. You would use that cash advance to put your money on your house, and you own the house. Pay the credit card people back later. So that would be a good idea, like for an investment property. You got all this credit, man. You get a cash advance for a couple of $100,000. You buy the house, you rent out the house. The people that are in the house, they're paying you every month, and they paying your credit card bill off. Probably some more stuff on the credit card bill that wasn't even on the house. So that's a secret that they use a lot. So get your credit right. If you got a business, go ahead and get those business credit cards. When I first started getting them, I did have to get a couple of secured accounts. So you might have to put some money in there. And this is the thing too, man. I know that when you're starting off, it's hard. And it's hard to take advice from somebody when they're saying, hey, if you got $1,000, do this or do that. But you have to start from somewhere. So that's why I started with the job. You have to have a job or some kind of income coming in order to do these things, because you got to finance these business ventures. So it seems like it's hard at first, but that's why you get the job, you work, and then you get to that point. But if you don't spend any money, you're probably not going to make any money. So anything that you do is going to require money. It's not really something for nothing. Okay, you're going to have to work. Either you're going to have the money, or you're going to have to work hard to get the money to do what you got to do. All right. Yeah, it's so many things, man. So yeah, like I said, they can get that certified check. Hey, I want to buy this property for $10,000. I got a $20,000 credit limit. I want to buy this property for 10,000, get a certified check, buy it, the property is mine, pay the credit card back. Okay. Yeah, it's just a lot. And there's probably going to be a couple of more parts to this because there's so much that I want to get into. It's like my mind is moving faster than I can spit it out. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just talk about now. I call these secrets or habits. And these things, a lot of people don't know. I'm not sure if they don't know or if they just don't utilize them, but these are some things that can really help you out. Okay. Like I said in part one, this is very important. Money is energy. So you have to hold on to a little bit of energy in order to get more, and it should flow. So if you have money that's coming in, that's not going out, you're not flowing. That energy isn't flowing. So you want to come in, you want to flow out, and you want to put your money in different areas. You know what I'm saying? You want to have different things going on with your money, have it going out from different areas because the main thing is we're trying to have more than one income. So we want indirect income coming from somewhere. So money is energy. So always try to hold on to it and make sure that it's flowing. You want that money to flow. Yeah, get that good energy, big energy. Also, money is a mindset. What I noticed is that a lot of us are programmed to be poor. You know what I'm saying? We see our parents playing the lottery, thinking they're going to win the lottery. And what I had to get out of that mentality because sometimes we actually think that we're supposed to be like this, that, I'm supposed to struggle. It's just a part of being Black. You know what I'm saying? I got to struggle. And it's true that you might have to struggle a little bit, but once you get the money mindset, then you'll be looking at things and you'll be seeing opportunities and things that you didn't before. So the money mindset is just being open, being able to look at things and being able to kind of like jump in and see where your opportunities are. So it's a mindset. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't think that they'll ever be for it. They don't deserve it. What I had to say is like, sometimes I would do something and I would fuck up and I'd be like, damn, I'm not gonna get that job because I fucked up or I did something else. Sometimes it'd be related, sometimes it wouldn't be related. But you know what you gotta say? Yeah, I fucked up, but I still deserve that job. I still deserve everything. Like, I don't care how much I fucked up. This is my right. This is my money. This is my job. I still deserve it, no matter what. So don't make yourself feel bad about anything, and don't never make yourself think that you don't deserve something. You deserve everything. So I know I do. All right. So what else we got? Uh, don't tell your business. Um, People should never know when you broke. All right. Yeah. All right. The most powerful thing, the most powerful two words. I'm gonna have a video on. Yeah, I got so many videos. But yo, the most powerful two words that you can say is "I am." So when you're saying "I am," BROKE, you're programming that in your mind every time you say it. So don't say that. And then people shouldn't know if you don't have any money. People should know that. For me, it's a turn off if I'm talking to somebody on the phone or something and they talking about they don't have any money. I'm gonna get off the phone with you because you're speaking this into existence. Every time you say I am or I don't or whatever, you're speaking all this stuff into existence. And I don't speak it to it. I don't speak bad stuff into existence. One thing that I did notice, just another little secret here that I did that I need to do better next time is when I'm doing my visualizations, like for my money, I sort of think about a year at a time. So I'm like, okay, my housing is going to be, let's say, $10,000 for this year, right? And so I think of it like that as far as how much money I think I'm gonna need. So yeah, be careful. Never claim your brokenness. Never say anything. Just remember that I am is going to be the strongest two words. So whatever you say that you are, that's going to be what you are. So be very, very careful when you use that because every time you say that, you're programming your mind. So we want to put the right programs in it so that we can get what we need. Another thing, you're not going to win the lottery. Okay. Some people might have somebody that died and they get some money. Might win some people might win the lottery. On that last money video, we talked about the girl from North Carolina, but for most people that doesn't happen. People get money because either they already had money, their family had money, or they had to work hard to get it. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule, but most people either work for their money or they always had money. So that leaves us in that group that most of us, we need to be able to work for it. But we just need to be more enterprise minded so that we can see these opportunities to make the money. Something else that I noticed, rich Black people, they buy material things. But they buy jewelry. And, I mean, of course, they buy other things too, but I see a lot of jewelry and stuff. And the main difference I see between rich or white people is that white people buy experiences. A white person will pay $20, I mean, $20,000 to go to Italy. And to them, it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's up to them. It's worth it. They'll spend that $20,000 because they're spending that, they're paying for that experience that they got in Italy. They're going to talk about it forever. Might be something that their kids want to do, but they spend their money on experiences, on things that last a lifetime, rather than a car or a piece of jewelry or something like that. So that's what I noticed too. And rich people don't give money to poor people. The only way you're gonna get a rich person to give you money is if you're making them money. So they're not gonna give money to poor people. All right. Another secret. Sometimes when people think that you got money or they see that you got money, they start acting funny. They start acting very, very funny. And sometimes people try to get in your pockets. So what I get a lot, and I had to figure out how to handle it, is that people will be asking you, hey, how much you pay for that? Yo, how much you pay to live here? How much you pay for that? And you're gonna have to figure out how to tell them. Oh, yo, how much that business take? I see you got that, man. How much did you make off of the business? So what I say, hey, if you want to invest in my business, I can talk about all my business stuff with you. But I'm not gonna just sit here and tell you my profits or losses or whatever for the business. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how much I pay every month. I'm not gonna tell you any of that because most of the time these people are just trying to put a price on you. They're trying to say, okay, he paid such and such for that, so he must have a little money. So yeah, be careful with that because people are always going to do that. And of course, they're not going to tell you anything about themselves. And if they do tell you about themselves, they're probably lying anyway, because if they had their own shit, they wouldn't be in your shit, right? They'll be worried about their own assets. And then helping people, like, all right, and like I said, you got to make sure that money is flowing. For one who much is given, much is expected. So if you are blessed, you definitely want to bless other people, but you don't want to be a fool, right? Don't want to be a fool. Sure, you help a friend out if they need the rent. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can't pay the rent or somebody has a problem, of course you help them out. But you got to watch out for it because sometimes those people come back. And if you see a pattern, you have to realize who you want to help. So if somebody asks you for something, and most of the time what I do, I just try to just give them the money instead of loan them the money, just because I think that loans and stuff like that, especially with family, can cause trouble. So I don't do loans at all. Somebody asks me for something, if I have it, if I can spare it, like I'll go ahead and give it to them. But that's it. That's one time. That's it. If you got a problem next month with your rent, then that's bigger than what I can do for you because that means you have to learn how to manage your money. So I might have helped you that one time. You got the same problem next month. I can't help you because I got my own stuff that I got to do. And people got to realize when you're a businessman, when you don't have a 9 to 5, you don't have that paycheck coming in, you gotta make your money. So my thing is, I refuse to give somebody money and they get a paycheck every 2 weeks, and I'm sitting here hustling, but you want something from me because you think I got more. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful. So yeah, people should never know if you broke or if you rich. If you walking around, nobody should know about your business. When you don't have, you don't really talk about it. When you have, you don't really talk about it. It should be a straight line, balance all the time. I know with me, it used to be like you could tell when I got paid because every time I got paid, you know what I'm saying? I go out there, I buy some shoes, I do that, and that's all right, man. But the thing is, you just want to hold it like that all the time. You don't want to look rich. You don't want to look poor. And rich people don't flash their stuff. A rich person might buy a used car and drive that car for 10 years, but got a $500,000 house while you drive your Infinity and live in an apartment. Yeah, that used to be me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get our priorities right, people. Yeah. So like I said, yeah, don't spoil people. And then my thing is to tell you the story before I leave. Um, I had an opportunity. So I took the opportunity. It's a business opportunity. It was small businesses. They're giving away some, I think it's like $10,000. So I got my money. I actually went to a small biz on YouTube creator, you know what I'm saying? I actually went to this brother like, yo, this is what I did. I'm gonna show you this. You can do it too. You know, it's for small business owners. This is my business. This is your business. You can do it too. Went to a couple of people in good faith because that's something I got and I wanted to share it because I knew a couple of brothers with businesses. Everything was pretty much guarantees, nothing they really had to do. You know, I went to two people and they turned me down. So this content creator specific, well, not specifically that I'm talking about. I mean, I'm trying to get in touch with you, but you don't say anything. But then I go over there and you have something to say about it. That was coming from the heart. That was me trying to help out. And my thing is, after offering that, show them all my, you know what I'm saying, but other dudes, show them my paperwork and stuff like that. Like, yo, this is legit. Now they're mad at me. You know what I'm saying? And all I really try to do was help. When you see an opportunity, like especially with government or something like that, if they're giving away money, you're trying to help, like, yo, this is legit, do this. But they're mad at me now. So I don't get that. So what I'm learning to do is just keep your mouth shut. And what I'm learning also when I work with people is that I don't give, I mean, I'm doing it now because this is my page, this is my hobby. But if people need help setting up a business or something like that, I don't help them now unless they pay me. Because I've had so many people, friends and all that. Hey man, I want to get my business started, you know, and they waste your time. You're doing all this stuff. They never get anything started. So I like for people to be able to put something down. That means they're serious because you can give people free advice all the time. Then you call and check, hey, did you go fill out that paperwork? No, I ain't do it. You're just wasting your time. So you really have to be careful of the people that you deal with, and you want to try to get around like-minded people. So that's one of my ways of doing this through this podcast. So that's what I'm trying to do, because a lot of times, even the people in your family, your friends, they might not be on the same page as you. So you need to reach out because all that mentality, that broke shit, that slave mentality, that I'm going to win the lottery, I'm never going to have nothing, or you got to work 30 years in order to get something, maybe if that shit is dead, man. So you can't be around that. You got to start thinking more enterprise minded, and you got to be, you just got to be on top of your shit, man. And then if you see it, money is easier to make now than ever. It's so much stuff coming out, even with these computers and stuff, man. You just got to think about it. And you got to get rid of them old paradigms and old doctrines and all that stuff that's holding you back. And you got to pay attention to these secrets and go out there and get the bag. There's so much stuff about money that we don't know about. And we need to educate ourselves on it more so that we can make sure that it's flowing. So I'm gonna make sure I'm the person that's collecting the rent instead of the person that's paying the rent. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I'm the person that's driving the car that's paid for instead of, you know what I'm saying, paying a high price for a car. But you have to start from somewhere and you have to do one thing at a time. So everything I want to do on this is I want to just take it slow. We're going to take it from the beginning and we're going to go one day at a time. Nobody's expecting anybody to come up with a couple of $1,000. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can just start doing it. And just by being aware, or maybe if you need to, you can write down what you spend. Just by being aware and keeping that money mindset, it will actually make a difference. It really will. It takes a while though. This stuff is programming us, man. You got to realize what we came out of. And a lot of people, they are first generation rich people. Look at all the basically all the black billionaires are first generation rich people. So, you know, we came a long way, but we got a lot of growing to do too. And one way to do it is to make sure that we, you know what I'm saying, doing right with our money. So like I said, don't tell all your business. I don't offer to help people unless I really think that it's something I can help them with. Unless I think that they're really trying. And I'm gonna just tell you this story. I don't know, it's not a big deal. I just felt so dumb. All right. So anyway, I don't know where I was coming from somewhere. And I live in Richmond, so it's always like people on the street, they be paying out and stuff like that. So I was just feeling good one day. And it was a dude on the corner. I was like, I'm feeling good today. I'm a blessed man. I mean, it wasn't even much money. It was like $20. So I called him over to the car. He got the $20. He took the $20 and ran away. So he ran like back into the projects, I guess, to get his fix or whatever. And yo, I felt so shitty about that. I was like, damn, that man just beat me in the head. Yeah, it pissed me off. But hey, that's the way it is. So I won't be a dummy. I'm not gonna give nobody $20. I was just feeling good that day. If I do something like that, maybe it'd be $5, something, not $20. But my question is, I still get the blessing for giving the money away, right? You do. So even if you do something, or you give a person something and they do the wrong thing with it, you still get the blessing because you gave it to them out of good faith. Now, if I go and I go to that same corner and that man is standing out there and I give him $20, then that's on me because I haven't learned anything. So yeah, man, be careful when you're out there. Take time with these jobs. Make sure everything is on the up and up. And you'll be all right. Yeah, so that's it, yo. Yo, I just want to talk about the money part 2. This is your boy, K Paper Chase. I want to thank you for coming in today and for sounding off with me. Sound off. Peace.